Citi 97.3. Accra.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. Tonight, I'm here with
Hawa Idrisu Mustafa.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes, following the power outage at the Tema General Hospital, which allegedly claimed the life of one baby at the neonatal intensive care unit, the minority NDCs demanding health centers are exempt from the ongoing Dumsor issues. Also coming up, Bank of Ghana appoints an advisor for Universal Merchant Bank, UMB. Is that a sign of trouble for the bank or hope? And later on Eyewitness News, in 48 hours from now, I invite you to the big food festival in Ghana, the Back to Your Village Food Festival in Accra. Wash your hands and bring your hungry stomachs to the AMA headquarters forecourt on Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk more on that. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM because we have that story and others here on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Bank of Ghana assures depositors of safe transactions following appointment of advisor to UMB Bank.
More reactions to that story that we have here for you on Eyewitness News. Stay with us because there are various angles to all the big stories that we are bringing you tonight, so you're abreast and updated on the big issues that are making the headlines here in the Republic of Ghana and beyond. We are live on several affiliate stations in the Upper West region on Tumpani Radio 88.5 in Nadoli, also on Jirapa FM 96.1 in Jirapa. We are also in the Upper East region on Rekas 92.1 FM in Bongo, Namu. We're in the Northern region on North Star Radio 92.1 FM in Tamale. We're in the Northeast region on Nobia 98.1 FM in Nalerigu. We're in the Western region on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky Power 93.5 FM, both of them in Takrady. In Ashanti region, we're on Focus 94.3 in Kumasi and Orange 107.9 FM, also in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we're on Sela Radio 97.1 in Dabala and Holy 98.5 FM in Afplao. In the Savannah region, we're on Kasha 99.5 FM in Damongo. We are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, and we are interactive. Join us on WhatsApp 0549 986 996. 0549 986 996. That's the WhatsApp number. You can also send me tweets using the hashtag City Newsroom. 0549 986 996. That's the WhatsApp number. You can send tweets using the hashtag City Newsroom. Now, there's a lot of things happening in the power sector. One of them is affecting the Tema General Hospital. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll tell you about the situation at the Tema General Hospital, which happened in the past few days, which has led to lots of trouble. And because of that, the minority NDC is giving an advice to government. We'll be talking about that after this. Please stay with us.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Bobo! Papa! Bobo, so how's your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa! Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Chairman. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Now, Tema General Hospital is one of the biggest hospitals we have in that enclave, serving a lot of people in the industrial city. 2 days ago, this video emerged. Listen.
There's oxygen, but no flow meter to connect. This baby is on CPAP. There's no light to connect. Off. No flow meter to even connect with the oxygen. If we don't get light in few minutes, the probability that we might lose a lot of babies is high. The whole world is full. No CPAP, no light. Everywhere is off. Everywhere is off. Babies are in data. This baby is not fine. CPAP is off. No light to connect. No flow meter to connect to the oxygen. There's oxygen but no flow meter. So this is not right. We have about 10 critically ill babies, all on CPAP. The whole place is dark. If you don't get light in a few minutes, the probability that we might lose a lot of babies is high.
So that's a video that has been trending on social media. It's a video that has been captured apparently or allegedly by one of the staff of the Tema General Hospital. It happened during a power outage at the neonatal intensive care unit where babies who were born before they are preterm babies, as they call them, are kept in incubators and taken care of. The power went off, and the video that I'm looking at there, the whole place was in darkness, and you've heard the commentary that was being run by the professional who was speaking in the background, saying that there was going to be problem if the power was not restored immediately at the Tema General Hospital. The hospital swiftly came through with a response. Let's listen to the administrator of the Tema General Hospital, Apostle Dr. Samuel Obi Mensah, explaining what happened on that day.
We've not yet authenticate the video yet. Okay, so as for that video, I can't speak to the video as of now. Management will sit down, we'll go through some of these things, and then appropriately we will come out. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there was light off. Generally, even where I live, there was light off. But then we put in measures. Anytime light goes off, we put in measures to meet it. So we have a generator, fuel, and it. But you see, as human as we are, or in a institution, some fuse can trip off. You can have mechanical or electrical challenges. So until we see that video and do our own investigations and authenticate it, as for that video, because one also came some time back. A lot of videos have been coming these days, and for all you know, you go into it and realize that perhaps it might not even be from this place, because we all have the same hospital settings. If you go to everywhere, you have the same hospital settings. So as of now, I can't tell you that it is from our facility. So
that's the administrator of the Tema General Hospital, Apostle Dr. Samuel Obi Mensah. He spoke to us on 27th March. That's yesterday. Then this morning, we woke up to news from the Ministry of Health, or the Ghana Health Service, with Tema General Hospital being the subsect, sending this statement. And it says that the Tema General Hospital's attention has been drawn to a video circulating on social media, which is reported to have occurred at the facility. The facts are as follows. 1. The incident happened on Tuesday, 26 March 2024, when the power from the national grid was interrupted and the facility was relying on its power plant. 2. The dedicated generator set to the neonatal intensive care unit known as NICU tripped off for a short period, and the hospital's electricians worked to restore power to the unit until the national grid was restored. 3. It must be emphasized that power was restored within 2 hours by the electricians at the facility. 4. It is worth noting that no lives were lost as a result of the power outage. 5. The Tema General Hospital assures the general public that the facility will continue to put the health and safety of its patients at the core of its business. Signed, Dr. Richard Anthony, Medical Director, Tema General Hospital. And it's worth pointing out point 3 in that statement, which says it must be emphasized that power was restored within 2 hours. Emphasis on 2 hours by the electricians at the facility. So what this means is It's a confirmation by the hospital that the power went out, the generator was faulty, and the NICU was without power for 2 hours. Let's just put that on record. And this is coming on the back of the video that is already in circulation. Now, let's talk about issues with health sectors and how they should be dealt with. The minority side in Parliament has issued a statement and is making a demand that health centers are exempted from the ongoing power outages that we are witnessing in our homes and our businesses. Kwabena Minta Akando was a deputy minister in the Mahama government. He is a ranking member on the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health and member of Parliament for Dwaboso. He's joined us on the line. Honorable, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Mauro.
Tell us about this exemption that you're asking for, and is it in any way connected to the Tema General Hospital case, or you're just making a case generally for all health centers?
It is directly connected, but I think that we can go beyond what is happening at Tema General Hospital, because I feel strongly that similar things are going on in the various health facilities we have in the country. And I don't think the demands in our press release they are very difficult to ask. Because if the powers that be, if the minister responsible for energy, ECG, and those at the helms of affairs don't regard us as Ghanaians, as human beings enough to give us a timetable to be able to plan our lives, at least they must not push us into our early grave. Because look, you don't need any investigation. You don't need any medical doctor to tell you that if there are power outages in health facilities, those health facilities will not be able to work effectively or efficiently. You don't need anybody to tell you this. And so we think that irrespective of the difficulties we are going through at the moment, we know that for the political reasons, they are not, humble enough to come up with a timetable. But whether or not there will be a timetable, all health facilities in this country must be exempted from these power outages. It's very, very important. And then,
go ahead.
And then the second leg of our demand is that we must conduct a comprehensive audit for alternate power supply on the various health facilities. If there are none, the Ghana Health Service and the ministry must put measures in place to be able to procure some, maintain those, and not only to even look for the alternate power supply, but also to make sure that they have the required capacity on the various health facilities. And that's very, very important. Because you see, Omaro, most Ghanaians depend on the public health facilities for healthcare delivery. And it is entirely the responsibility of government to ensure that we have absolute quality or good healthcare delivery in the country.
My question, though, is that our network or grid system is done in a way that you have a hospital close to a drinking spot and close to a mosque and close to a church and close to a home and close to a hotel. It will be difficult to direct the lines appropriately so that when you are putting the switch off, one switch would affect every business, including hospitals. So it's not going to be an easy thing to say that we are going to exempt health centers. When they are putting the grid or the line off, that line will cover a lot of institutions, including schools and hospitals. How are you going to practically do this?
Okay. So, Omaro, it is better and safer to, in your attempt to save these hospitals, to save other places, than to say that because it is difficult and cannot exempt those health facilities, everybody should be part of the load shedding. So, for example, if there's a suburb where there are mosques, there are hospitals and what have you, then it is better to exempt that area entirely. You know, that area. For example, if you go to Dwaboso, the district hospital is around the police station and its environs. So we expect that that area should not go off. That entire area, if we cannot isolate the hospital, then it means that what we are pushing for is that that whole area must not go off. If they have a way to isolate those health facilities to sustain them on power, then that's fine. But per what you are saying, if that is true, we cannot isolate those health facilities, what they call health facilities, then it is safer and better to include others rather than to push the health facilities to be part of the usual or the ongoing outages, power outages.
Interesting. Moving forward, though, as MPs who are the people's representatives, what can you do about this ongoing debate over whether we should have a load shedding timetable? You've heard what your colleague MP, who is also minister, has said. You've seen the PURC instruction to ECG, and you've seen the seeming disinterest in letting Ghanaians know when power outages would occur. In fact, today the ECG issued a statement in which it listed 25 communities. I'll be sharing that later with our listeners in Greater Accra region that will be affected. As MPs, what can you do about this?
Yes, so don't forget that you have been a reporter in the House before. As MPs, our main responsibilities have to do with advocacy. At the end of the day, it is the executive that must perform the action. Take note of that. And then the second issue has to do with the utterances of my colleague, the minister. I think that his utterances smacks of arrogance. As politicians or as leaders of the country, we must know at all points that we are accountable to the people. And whatever is going on in the country, we must carry the people along. So if the people are demanding, this is not, so much to demand. After you have run your mouth to say that there are excess capacity and all that, and they're only telling you that, look, we've seen this for more than a week, more than 2 weeks, in 1 month, in 2 months. So if you have not been able to sort it out, please give us a timetable to be able to plan our lives. And if you listen to the utterances of the minister, vis-a-vis what Ghanaians are demanding, I think that it smacks of arrogance, and it's regrettable. I think that in his silent moment, he must reflect on it and then do the needful. If there's the need for him to come out to apologize to the people of this country, to the extent that he's telling us, those who are requesting for load shedding, you can come out with your own load shedding. Can you imagine? It's a complete insult. Omaro, don't you agree with me? It's a complete insult. Complete. And you see, they should not think that they should rather detect what we are living and feeling before we know the conditions under which we are living. You cannot tell us that there is no doomsday in the country. Whilst my light goes on and off almost every day, and I know what is going on. People cannot sleep in their houses. Hospitals have experiencing power outages. Yet, you have people who have integrity. They say they have integrity, and still defending this glaring doomsday that is going on. And the only reason why, Umaru, and we are all pretending, the only reason why they have not come out with a load shedding timetable is that they think that when they come out a load shedding timetable, it's an admission of doomsday, and that they don't want any equalization. And so every Ghanaian can go to hell. That is the reason. Other than that, there's no sense in what they are doing. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't.
But you are fine. In fact, people say that those in the political class, those of you who are in power, you are fine. You have generators, so you don't really feel the pinch.
Wow.
Are you feeling the pinch?
Interestingly, both in the constituency and in Accra, I don't have a generator.
Kafra?
I don't. Yes, and I live with the people, and when the area goes off, I'm also off. And even if I have a generator, which I don't have, if you're a leader, I don't feel for the people, what the people go through, and then you have no business being there. You don't have any business to be the leader of the people.
Let's leave it here.
It doesn't matter what you go through, but what the masses go through is what is important.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Honorable Kwabena Minta Kando. He's MP for Dwaboso, ranking member on the Health Committee of Parliament. So this morning, ECG issued an interesting press release. So the press release has the logo of ECG, all right, and it's titled Power Outage, Tema Region, Thursday, 28th March 2024. Then the heading says Gridco Outage. Let me read for you. It says the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited wishes to inform our cherished customers and the general public that the Ghana Grid Company Limited, Gridco, has reduced power supply to our Smelter 2 bulk supply point, resulting in outages in the following areas: Ghana Steel, Palace Mall, Furniture City, Lovely Transport, Bombaria, Kingdom Transport, Gapoha Terminal, Sefi Realty or Sefi Realty, Abodakpi Farms, Bondam Site, Bediakun, Gulf City and its environs. ECG wishes to assure all affected customers that once Gridco turns on supply, power will be restored. ECG regrets the inconveniences caused to the affected customers. So this is Tema Region's statement from the ECG. There's a second statement from Accra Region. It says Gridco outage. Again, that's the title, which means that the blame is on Gridco, not ECG. And it says the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited wishes to inform our cherished customers and the general public that the Ghana Grid Company Limited, Gridco, has reduced power supply to our Pokwasi bulk supply point, resulting in outages in the following areas: Kwabenya, Agbogba, Mayera, part of Teman, Ayimensa, Katapo, Top Herbal, Boshe, Abloraje, Pure Water, Pokwasi Township, Fountain Gate, and surrounding areas. ECG wishes to assure all affected customers that once Gridco turns on supply, power will be restored. ECG regrets the inconvenience caused to the affected customers. So those are two communications from two regions of ECG, Tema Region and Accra Region, on power outages in select communities. We have not been told when the power will be restored. ECG itself is not sure, so it would wait until Gridco turns on the power, which power has been reduced, before it will supply power to this area. So if you are in any of these communities and you are experiencing power outage, which is beyond usual and not a regular doomsday, then you should know that this is a cause. There's more on the power sector. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from a former minister for power. Then we'll hear from the Public Utilities Workers Union, PUBU, on power outages. Stay with us, please.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
Let me tell you about My King. Always looking out for the family and making sure we have the protection we need. Mine has been caring for our family from generation to generation. Let me tell you, mine makes sure I smile always. Mine makes sure we save money.
Abba, these women are at it again. Is it your husbands you are speaking so highly of?
Oh no, we are talking about the new Pepsodent 200 grams.
It's the Pepsodent Kokroko promo. This is the Pepsodent 175 grams you have always loved. Now with an additional 25 grams free for cavity protection and 10 times stronger teeth for your entire family. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
Spring into the Easter holiday celebrations at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel from the 29th of March to the 1st of April. Let's start from Friday 29th, Good Friday. Live band with Efe Keys. Entry is free. Easter dinner buffet at the Continental Restaurant for just 350 Ghana cedis on Friday and 320 Ghana cedis on Saturday and Sunday. Easter Sunday lunch at the Continental Restaurant is just 450 Ghana cedis and then 500 Ghana cedis at the Ghanaian Village Restaurant. There is Easter Monday Poolside Fiesta on the 1st of April. Swimming costs just 100 Ghana cedis. Stay over at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel this Easter at an unbeatable rate of 1,800 Ghana cedis single occupancy and 2,040 Ghana cedis double occupancy. Easter is best celebrated at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel.
For reservations, call 030-2215-100 or 0577-665964.
La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, uniquely golden, traditionally Ghanaian.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are broadcasting from Adabraka in Accra. My name is Umaru Sandamadu here with Hawa Idris. Our big story tonight, the minority side in Parliament is demanding that health centres or health facilities are exempt from the ongoing power fluctuations that we are witnessing. We've also given you a list of communities in the Greater Accra region that are without electricity supply. And this is because, according to ECG, Gridco had reduced the power that it gives to them, and for that matter, these people are going to suffer. We do not know when they'll get their power back, but that is a key issue that we are looking at. We also brought you reactions from the Tema General Hospital. Indeed, the video that has gone around showing someone speaking in that video, videoing the neonatal unit of the hospital, the NICU unit, where babies were in incubators, had to stay without power for at least 2 hours, according to the official report from the hospital. We're also seeing multiple reports suggesting that at least one baby has died as a result. Meanwhile, we have other angles to the power issue, and Hawa has that for us. Hawa?
A former Minister of Power and Petroleum, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, is calling on the government to expedite steps in tackling the over 30% financial and technical losses of the ECG to address the erratic power supply in the country. The Elembele MP argues that the ECG is unable to generate enough revenue to settle its creditors due to its own inefficiencies, resulting in the recent power interruptions. In an interview with Citi News, the Deputy Minority Leader in Parliament outlined reasons for the power crisis being experienced in parts of the country.
We are in doomsday, and this government must level with the people of Ghana. We are in doomsday, and the reason we are in doomsday is simple. This government has played politics with the energy sector in the last 7 years, and the chickens have come home to roost. All you've heard in the last 7 years is, there's too much power. There's take or pay. There's too much PPAs. Well, what is happening today? Today, everything they've said, they've swallowed it. All the agreements that all of a sudden, they are signing new power purchase agreement. Why? Because it is very clear that on an annual basis, demand for power is increasing. Annually, we need almost 250 megawatts. You ask this government that what have they done in 7 years? Have they added new power addition in the last 7 years? No. Have they added any new gas? No. What have they done to make sure the power has been sustained for 7 years? Nothing. It is because of what John Mahama and the NDC bequeathed to them. But they failed to focus and keep their eye on the ball. Our last task was to reform ECG. What happened? They brought PDS and the scandal and what happened and why the Americans took their money. You know the story more than me. So today we have the key player in the value chain, which is ECG, completely in disarray. Completely in disarray, one, because their financial and technical losses is over 30%. If I am a trader and I want to sell and I buy my goods, 100 Ghana cedi. Before I even start selling it, I've lost 30 Ghana cedi. I mean, how do I pay my creditors? So ECG is not able to collect enough to pay its creditors. And so, one, we need to focus on addressing that, making sure that the ECG's financial losses, which really comes from their own inefficiency, is addressed, making sure the technical losses is also addressed. But more importantly, trying to make sure that the taxes that Ghanaians are paying, which is almost 10 billion in the energy sector levies, which is being mismanaged at the Ministry of Finance, is addressed properly. Because this crisis, the immediate cause of the crisis is because, one, some generation capacity is lost because there's no coordination and planning. Two, because we don't have money to buy fuel. ECG is not able to pay the power producers to buy fuel. That's why we are in this crisis. We are in this crisis because this government has failed. And so I think that the PRC has made a call. It's important. ECG must come up with a timetable. It is not enough to identify 25 communities today and tell them that, 25 communities. When we know that by 6 o'clock, 200 communities will be in the dark. There has to be a comprehensive timetable for Dumso. And we have to make sure that we identify critical areas like hospitals and others to protect them. Proper planning. This government must understand that in the period we are in, this is not a time to be bossy and speak the way they are speaking. They must level with the people of Ghana in humility and address the challenges.
Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa is a former Minister of Energy and Petroleum and Deputy Minority Leader in Parliament.
This Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Adabraka in Accra. The workers in the utility sector, water, electricity, they have a union called the Public Utility Workers Union, PUW, and TUC, the Trades Union Congress of Ghana. They've issued a statement, recent power outages within ECG operational areas, and that statement is signed by Marco Edumata Nyantechi. He's the General Secretary of the union. It appears that they are defending ECG to some levels. You're welcome to Eyewitness News, Mr. Edumata Nyantechi.
Thank you, and good evening to your cherished listeners.
I'm looking at your statement. You're defending ECG, which by extension you're defending your workers. Tell me what your position is.
Well, our statement is not really a statement of defending, but we are only calling on the regulator to act a little more fairly and firmly with regards to this issue of the recent power outage.
You see, the thing is that as a customer, I buy power from ECG and give them money. So customers generally have issues with ECG. Explain to us, customers, why we should not take issue with ECG, but rather escalate it.
No, yes, the direct causal link between the customer and ECG, nobody is denying that fact. But the regulator sits in between the sector actors and the customers and has the mandate to ensure that transparency, relevant and appropriate information is given to customers at any point in time. And that is where we feel that the regulator should ask the important questions that will bring out the information that will inform customers, even though directly they have a relationship with ECG, but for them to understand that it is not something ECG is doing deliberately or because of inefficiency.
So your point is that ECG is a victim of circumstance and that there is someone else who ought to be blamed and not ECG?
It's a whole chain. And we have a problem when instead of looking at the whole gauntlet, you just pick on ECG as being the cause of the problems we are experiencing when there are other actors and actors who are also a part of the problem. And part of the information that is needed to maybe assuage or calm or let customers know what is happening can be obtained from other actors, which is the regulator has the mandate to get this information out to the public.
But you blame the customer. ECG has a contract with us. We've asked ECG to give us a load shedding timetable so we know how to, manage our lives. ECG says it is not going to issue that timetable. The regulator, PURC, comes through and says, ECG, I command you to tell people when you're going to put off your power. How is PURC wrong in this?
Well, where we have a problem is the basis on which PURC is making this claim. And if you look at, for me, the order which revolves around the 630 transformers is where I find very problematic, and I think that the regulator had not done a thorough work in connection with this order of demanding a load shedding timetable. If information is not provided as to what quantum of power is going to be available for ECG to distribute periodically, maybe either daily or 2 days or 3 days or weekly, I find it very difficult to believe that just because 630 transformers out of 33,000 are defective, then that should be the cause for coming out with a timetable for load shedding.
It means that there's a bigger picture there that we are not looking at.
Exactly. I believe strongly so, and that is where we think that PURC is also not getting the general public to get all the relevant information to get a clearer picture of the situation.
Now, you understand what is happening in the sector. Are there some behind-the-scenes stories that have not come public? Today, I'm looking at a statement from ECG. Both statements are blaming Gridco directly for the outages that are witnessed in a number of communities in the Greater Accra region. ECG appears to be blaming Gridco in that. But then again, Gridco also has someone else to blame. Should we look at the chain from the boss?
I think it's not a question of our statement putting any blame on Gridco.
No, not your statement. I'm referring to the ECG official statement, ECG Accra region, ECG Tema region, not Puwu statement.
Oh, as for that one, I think they are only communicating based on information that has been received from Gridco. So I don't think that one is a blame. It's only putting out this information. Gridco does not generate power. It only transmits and gives to the distributors. So if Gridco gives Fiat or that information to ECG that today you are going to get, instead of the 3,000, available power is going to be 2,500, and that based on that station A or B are going to go off. That is the information that ECG will use to inform customers of the challenge.
But what is the big trouble, though? Do you know, or would you want to share? What is the real issue?
No, I think that is where we have a regulator for the sector. They are the ones who have the mandate to be able to go behind all the actors and then get us the real information.
The information out there, which is real, is available to you, isn't it? Do you want to share?
No, I don't have any information that I have to share. Because I'm not working with the regulator, neither am I working with the system operator.
I see. Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
You're welcome, my brother.
That's Michael Edumata Nyantechi. He's the General Secretary of the Public Utilities Workers Union, Puwu, of the Trades Union Congress, TUC. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Adabraka, in Accra. We are also around the globe on citynewsroom.com. We'll be back with more. Please stay with us.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Bobo, so how's your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Cause and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Ghana must grow.
Hey,
KB, aka Kubeboga, now drives a Bugatti. He can even travel by road from Accra to London. Oh, wow. KB's source of wealth is agriculture. Yes, coconut business. After losing his bank job, he started supplying coconuts at events. Now, he owns large coconut plantations and employs many young people. Charlie, we all need to trust the process, because hope day.
There has never been a better time to enter into agribusiness. Take a bold step today with the Ghana Grows program, because every step pays. Ejuma Wokrum, Ghana Grows, Hope Day, an initiative of the MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Roadshow Foundation and Limehouse.
Easter is just around the corner, and Volta Serene Hotel has something extraordinary planned just for you from March 29th through to 1st of April 2024. Bobo celebrations and unforgettable moments await you. Our 2-night package starts at just 4,400 Ghana cedis for couples and 7,150 Ghana cedis for a family of 3 or 4. Looking for an extended stay? Our 3-night package is available at 5,604 Ghana cedis 50 pesos for couples and 9,350 Ghana cedis for a family of 3 or 4. Book your escape now on 054 153 9867 or 020 503 8763. It's Easter at Volta Serene Hotel. Come feel the serene touch.
There are some classy celebrations that call for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are broadcasting from Adabraka in Accra. Let's move from the power sector to the banking sector. And there's a statement issued by the Bank of Ghana. And it says Universal Merchant Bank Limited. The statement reads, in accordance with Section 10, in accordance to Section 101(1) of the Banks and Specialized Deposit Taking Institutions Act 2016, Act 930, the Bank of Ghana has appointed Dr. Joseph O. France as an advisor to advise the management of Universal Merchant Bank Limited, UMB, effective 25th March 2024. The advisor is expected to help monitor UMB's recapitalization efforts and implementation of governance reforms agreed with the Bank of Ghana. The advisor will be at post at UMB until otherwise advised by the Bank of Ghana, and will furnish the Bank of Ghana with a status report on the bank as frequently as the Bank of Ghana may require. It is important to note that an advisor, unlike an official administrator, does not take over the powers, responsibilities, and duties of the bank's shareholders, directors, or management. Under Act 930, the advisor may attend meetings of the board of directors or committees of the bank without voting at such meetings. The Bank of Ghana takes this opportunity to assure depositors and customers of UMB that the bank remains open for business under the control of UMB's management team. The Bank of Ghana remains committed to promoting a sound and resilient banking sector that retains the trust and confidence of the general public. Kindly direct any questions to the Bank of Ghana, and the phone number has been given. So that's a statement issued by the Bank of Ghana on UMB. Joe Jackson is in the finance world. He is director of business operations at Dalex Finance. We speak to him a lot of times when it comes to issues with the banking and finance sector. He's joined us on the line. Joe, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Good evening, Omaro. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too, except that I only call you when there's bad news. Or is this news not bad?
It depends on where you look at it from. Let me start from maybe the most important people in this process, the depositors and clients of UMB. This should not scare you. This should actually give you confidence that the central bank is playing its role and that they're stepping in before things got really bad. And your deposits and your transactions are still safe.
It sounds like a preemptive measure or step, but
that exactly is what it is.
But in the past, when we saw statements, about financial institutions, we saw what happened subsequent to that. And so people would naturally panic. What assurances should people have that they don't need to panic and rush to the banks and start withdrawing their monies? Because if there's an advisor, the fear is that the next thing is an administrator and then a takeover or a receiver.
The point of a preemptive action is to prevent subsequent negative actions from occurring. In fact, to be fair, you remember that in times past, there would not have been even the announcement of an administrator. All that would have happened is that we would have heard that the institution's license has been withdrawn. So that is exactly why this shouldn't scare you, because it's preemptive. We did go through a period of under-regulation as a country where the financial sector was concerned. And we are now going through, the pendulum has swung in the other side. In fact, what you have to be scared of is over-regulation, definitely not under-regulation. So I believe this is, industry insiders have known for some time that UMB had its own challenges. And so this action should make depositors feel better.
So
not worse.
The BOG has not mentioned, but clearly it appears there was some mismanagement somewhere.
A number of things. Mismanagement. It could also be an issue of some transaction gone bad that has sent all their shock absorbers down the wrong way. Remember that the financial sector itself has had repeated blows. A year ago, we were talking about the domestic debt exchange program, for which institutions had to essentially write off significant amounts of money and also face liquidity challenges because bonds which they were expected to be paid did not get paid. So without knowing exactly what happened, what I can say to you is that it could be mismanagement. It could also be the external shocks that the financial sector has faced. Remember, there have been issues to do with the domestic debt, cocoa bonds, and also other financial institutions which are not working well impact. You remember, there's a domino effect on the industry. So all these things come into play. So without knowing specifically what happened at UMB, it could be one of these issues or a combination of these issues. My own general feeling is that most probably going to be a combination. Remember that when it rains, it pours. So typically when you see such a thing happen, it's a combination of issues rather than a single issue.
Now that the BOG has someone holding a whip in the UMB offices, would the bank be free to operate And what would that mean to the bank itself?
Definitely be free to operate. Remember, it's not in the BOG's interest to collapse the bank. It's definitely not in our public interest for the institution to be collapsed. What is in our interest is that this administrator makes sure that things are done properly. Remember that it is it is expressly stated that the advisor is to advise the UMB management and monitor UMB's recapitalization efforts and the implementation of governance reforms. So two things. We know from this that UMB obviously has impaired some of its capital. That's why they have to recapitalize. That's issue number one. Two, we know that there's been some governance issues because there are governance reforms that he's supposed to monitor. So that's why I'm confident that it's a combination of things that has caused this. Some mismanagement, some governance issue, some also external shocks from either the domestic debt management program or even bad loans that have been made. But it is clear to all of us that it is absolutely not in the Bank of Ghana's interest to collapse an institution, and that it is stepping in to help make sure that the institution survives.
Well, let's hope that better things come out of that. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you, and have a wonderful evening tomorrow.
Have a wonderful evening and a great weekend and a number of holidays too. Go and chill.
Thank you. Happy Ramadan, happy Easter.
Yes, 2 in 1. Thank you. That's Joe Jackson. He's Director of Business Operations at Dalex Finance. Before we go to other stories, there's something that's just coming through. There is a decision in the High Court. The National Labour Commission has taken the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, the National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAT, and the CCT to court. And there's an order for interim injunction that has been given by the court. Let me read a few portions for you. It says, upon reading the affidavit of Bernice Welbeck of house number 3, Puama Close, Odoko, Official Town, Accra, who is the Director of Human Resources and Administration of the Applicant Commission, that's the NLC, filed on 28th day of March 2024 in support of motion ex parte for the order for interlocutory injunction, and upon hearing the submission of Alexander Owusu Jr. Esquire, led by Efiba Amihie Esquire, counsel for and on behalf of the applicant's hearing, it is hereby ordered that the respondent's hearing, whether by itself, its executives, officers, members, agents, employees, or other persons, are restrained from further continuing of their strike action 20th March 2024. The application is granted for 7 days, after which the applicant will have to come back to court this time on notice. So what it simply means is that NLC has gone to court alone on its own, as they call it, ex parte, asking the court to order the 3 teacher unions that are on strike to suspend their strike, and the court has granted that. So there's an injunction on the strike that they have been on. This Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Howard has some other stories, but that would be after this break, and that will be the business segment on Eyewitness News. Stay with us.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News, brought to you by GCB Bank PLC. GCB Personal Loan, make that big move and dream a reality. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Details of our stories now. The Bank of Ghana has assured customers and depositors of Universal Merchant Bank that the financial institution remains open for transactions under the control of its management team. This follows the appointment of Dr. Joseph Franz, a former head of the Financial Stability Department of the Bank of Ghana, as the advisor to the bank to monitor its recapitalization efforts and governance reforms. The central bank says it's still committed to promoting a sound and resilient banking sector that retains the trust and confidence of the general public. Away from that, the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana has raised concerns over the timing of the appointment of the new Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Madam Julie Essiem. The comments come following the dissolution of the board of GRA, the relief of duties of the immediate past Commissioner General, Reverend Amishadai Owusu-Amoah, and the appointment of Madam Essiem. In an interaction with Citi Business News, the Executive Secretary of the Association, Samson Asaki Awingobit, says such appointment in few months to election will be inadequate to assess her performance.
What I can say is that the woman is the first female to have assumed the high office since the merger, since they brought the Trade Revenue Department or agencies together to make it the Ghana Revenue Authority, which is the GRA. Since the GRA was born, we did not see any woman taking over a high portfolio. But at this point of injury time that they are giving her, that is what I'm wondering. Because election can be something else. We might go to the election today, the post today, and the current political party lost election to any of the parties that is contesting this 2024 election, which means we will not see the effect of what the woman is bringing on board.
Samson Asaki Awingobit is Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. Meanwhile, GUTA has expressed readiness to collaborate with the new Commissioner General to meet the obligations of GRA. Clement Boateng is the Vice President of GUTA.
But as an association, we are there, to work with any Commissioner General who will be appointed. And that is what we've been doing. We've been collaborating with any GRA boss who has been appointed, either to embark on the tax education to our members, and also try as much as possible to also inform our members as far as their tax obligations are concerned. So, as a new Commissioner General, we are prepared, to work with him in Zoom's office officially. We will take a call on him because that has been our tradition.
Clement Boateng is the first Vice President of GUTA. Energy analyst Dr. Yusuf Suleimana has welcomed government's move to decommission the Jubilee field. The Minister for Energy, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Pempe, on Monday signed an agreement with various partners for the decommissioning of the field. The agreement includes the establishment of a Jubilee Field Decommissioning Fund. Speaking to Citi Business News, Dr. Suleimana emphasized the need for meticulous planning and adherence to established timelines in executing the decommissioning process.
If you have a very good decommissioning plan, that will enable you to, in fact, reclaim facilities that were impacted in the course of the active life of the facility. We have all the partners, the Talo and its partners, Cosmos and others, including GNPC and even the Bank of Ghana, which is to serve as trustee to champion this. Having a fund in place is crucial to the extent that when the plan is due for decommissioning, timelines are very important. You need to be able to have the subsea structures and ensure that the place is ready to use for other purposes other than the active life of oil and gas production. So I consider that very important. If that is done and done efficiently, we can replicate that. If you have this kind of conduit, this vehicle, a decommissioning plan that is cogent and we can rely upon, can then replicate that to other fields when they uplift their useful life and they cannot be produced, they cannot be put under production.
Dr. Yusuf Suleimana is an energy analyst. Micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) within the art industry's value chain are set to receive a significant boost as the Ghana Export Promotion Authority (GEPA) mobilizes support from investors to expand their businesses. Despite facing challenges such as low local patronage, GEPA is urging artisans to explore new markets to broaden their horizons. During the press launch of the Edinkra International Arts and Crafts Show in Accra, the chief executive of GEPA, Dr. Ifwa Asabia Asari, reaffirmed her organization's commitment to supporting the continuous growth of MSMEs in the sector.
All our symbols have meanings, very, very profound meanings. This festival is supposed to express all the profound meanings that we have by way of our culture and our tradition, especially when it comes to the arts and crafts industry. I mean, there's so much stability, political stability, you name it. It's a very, very peaceful country. Why don't we take the initiative and bring all of Africa together to Konkonru in a brief for the Art and Crafts Show? And this is going to happen every 2 years. We are hoping to bring all the art and crafts markets around Africa and the world to Ghana, and precisely Konkonru. This is where the buyers and the sellers will meet. This is where deals will happen. And so if you are here today, it is the launch of a big thing. It's something that is going to stay for years this year. This is a national thing. This is being spearheaded by GEPA to support the country in our quest to make art and crafts a big thing, emanating from the center of the world.
That was the Chief Executive of the Ghana Export and Promotion Authority, Dr. Ifwa Asabia Asari. Chief Technology and Information Officer at MTN Ghana, Bernard Akwa, has quelled concerns about the impact of artificial intelligence on job security. Mr. Akwa emphasized AI's potential to augment human labor rather than replace it, stating that it can enhance productivity when utilized as a complementary tool. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of a round-table discussion in Accra, Bernard Akwa urged the public to view AI as an opportunity rather than a threat to employment.
AI is really looking at augmenting the human. So if you have a company, you have staff, you can channel your staff into doing more valuable things, more things that need creativity, okay? And you can use an AI tool to do some of the mundane things that you do day to day. Let's say there's somebody, all they do all day is very basic, mundane, very repetitive jobs. You can give that to a tool, and now you can now train that person to do something of much more value to the organization. This is what really AI is about. It's not about one day machines will run everything and we'll all be unemployed sitting at home. No. It's about bringing tools that will enhance what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Bernard Akwa is Chief Technology and Information Officer at MTN Ghana, ending City Business News on Eyewitness News. The Business News on Eyewitness News is brought to you by GCB Bank PLC. GCB Personal Loan, make that big move and dream a reality. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Up next is Point Blank.
Hello, Linda. You won't believe what I am planning next. I want to start my postgraduate degree, buy a car, and build my dream home. But you know what's stopping me?
What's that, Mike?
Money, oh. That'll be my biggest wahala.
Oh, you are sorted, Cry. With a GCB Big Move personal loan promo, you can borrow up to a whopping 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours.
Like, seriously? How do I qualify?
Yes, it's available to all GCB salary account holders. Plus, you get a 2-month grace period before you start to pay back.
Susket, I'm opening an account with GCB now.
Get a personal loan of up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours. Call 0800-422-422 or visit your nearest GCB branch today to fund your next big move as we celebrate 70 years of greatness. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
must grow.
KB, yo. Hey, KB, aka Kubeboga, now drives a Bugatti. He can even travel by road from Accra to London. Oh, wow. KB's source of wealth is agriculture. Yes, coconut business. After losing his bank job, he started supplying coconuts at events. Now, he owns large coconut plantations and employs many young people. Charlie, we all need to trust the process, because hope day.
There has never been a better time to enter into agribusiness. Take a bold step today with the Ghana Grows program, because every step pays. Ejuma Wokrum, Ghana Grows, Hope Day, an initiative of the MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Roadshow Foundation and Limehouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, Telecel is here! Telecel, connecting energies.
There are some classy celebrations that call for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
The month of March is Heritage Month on Citi FM and Citi TV, and we will be celebrating it in grand style with the theme Imagine Ghana, Discover the Unknown. We will discover the story of our people and customs, places, food, music, and fashion. Stay tuned to Citi TV and Citi FM every weekday to learn Guinean historical facts, heritage, and traditions with the on-air series on Breakfast Daily on Citi TV at 9:30 a.m. and on the biggest conversation on radio, the Citi Breakfast Show on Citi FM at 9 a.m. from the 1st to the 31st of March. The Heritage Month on-air series is proudly sponsored by Miss Cookie Spices. No peeling, no blending, just scoop and cook. Other exciting activities for the Heritage Month 2024 will include the evolution of High Life Music, a High Life Music expose on Citi TV and Citi FM, curated music on brunch in the city on Citi FM, What's Cooking special features on Citi TV, the Heritage Quiz on the Traffic Avenue on Citi FM. Catch the Heritage Caravan Diaries and Moments from the 3rd to the 10th of March on the Heritage Caravan. And the big one to crown the Heritage Month celebration, we will treat ourselves to delectable, authentic Ghanaian cuisine, music, dance, and many more at the Back to Your Village Food Festival from the 30th to the 31st of March 2024. Don't miss all the education, fun, and excitement on the Heritage Month 2024 this March, only on Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM. The Heritage Month 2024 is powered by Citi TV with support from Citi FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadu. Tonight on Point Blank, It is a Heritage Month. I'm sure you do know that already. March is a month we call Heritage Month here at Citi. And we are climaxing the month with a Back to Your Village Food Festival. It's happening this weekend. Of course, we have Easter Orphanage coming up. Number of events that we have lined up for the year for you, starting from January through to December, when we bring you Situation 2024, the outdoor party. But tonight we are focusing on the Back to Your Village Food Festival, which is coming off this weekend. And I have a team from the Citi Events Department, led by Frima Edunyami, who is the head of events and partnerships here at Citi FM and Citi TV. She's joined me on the line from our Tesano office for a quick conversation on the plan for the weekend. Frames, you're welcome to Point Blank.
Thank you, Sandra.
How is it going?
Very, very well.
March, Heritage Month. The March is ending. We have some grand thing we are ending with it. First of all, for those who may not know, remind us about what we've done in March, why we declared March, what we've declared it, and what we've done, the key things before we talk about this weekend.
Very well, Sandra. Thank you very much. And that's very special good evening to all who are listening to us. So the month of March on Citi TV and Citi FM is our Heritage Month. This is a month dedicated to go back to what makes us identify as Ghanaians. And so we are looking at our music, we are looking at places of interest, we are looking at personalities who have contributed their quotas to making Ghana the proud country that we all identify with, and also our fashion, our cuisine, which is what we are celebrating this weekend. And you remember that the month of Heritage, the month of March, has seen special programs on air. We've had series on air on TV. We've had series on radio as well. Now, we began the month with a beautiful tour of Ghana. I mean, you can't be Ghanaian and not know many parts of the country. But sadly, many people do not know so much about Ghana, and you don't really blame them. Sometimes it's very difficult when you set out all alone to say you are touring Ghana. And that is why, as a media house, we've taken it upon ourselves to put heritage caravans together just so we can, beyond what we say on radio and on TV, we can also get first-hand information, learn so much. When we talk of places, we want to go there. When we speak of our roads, we want to experience how it is like driving on our roads. When we talk of our food, how is it like, eating a meal like Tozafi right in Bolgatanga or in Tamale? When you talk of fufu, how is it like when you are eating it not in Adabaka or Tesano, but you are eating it at Menshia, you are eating it at home? This is what Heritage Caravan was all about. And so from the 3rd of March to the 10th of March, a group of over 170 people toured the whole of Ghana. We did 14 out of the 16 regions.
Interesting. And so that one, we have done that journey. We are back. And of course, like we always do in the month of March, we climax it with food, Eziban. And this weekend, talk to us about. And it's a 2-day event, isn't it?
It is. Now, we're very excited, because one of the many things that help people identify or tell who we are will always be their food. I mean, when we talk of pasta, naturally, you know where it is coming from. When we talk of pizza, you know where it is coming from. When we talk of fried rice, although now we are trying to claim it, but we know the origin of fried rice. It is not originally a Ghanaian meal. When we talk of komi kekena, you know exactly where it is coming from. There can only be one place, one indigenous area where komi kekena is coming from. When we talk of Eto, when we talk of Apapransa, these meals make us Ghanaian, and that is what we are celebrating. Our busy schedule, Sandra, in Accra and in all the urban areas make it very, very difficult, to enjoy the meal in its original state. I don't remember the last time I set cold pot to do banku because I don't have the time. But this is what the Back to Your Village Food Festival is all about. When you hear the name, we are trying to remind ourselves how these meals are originally done. If you visited your grandmother in the village, how would your abenquine be prepared? How would you enjoy your palm wine? Now we take palm wine in glasses, in plastic cups. This is an abuse of the drink. Palm wine must be taken in a calabash, And if you're talking of akpeteshi, we know where it is coming from. How best can we enjoy it? And all the beautiful...
Wait, Frima, did you say akpeteshi? As in like the akpeteshi I know. What way is there to enjoy it? If not, anyway, you continue. You are the expert. Let me hear you.
There can be only one authentic akpeteshi, and we know where it is from. And this is what we are celebrating this weekend. It is Back to Your Village Food Festival. Now, previously we had the bazaar, Back to Your Village Food Bazaar. Now it is a festival, meaning that we are scaling it up. Now, we can't have a meal, a festival, without the music, without the dance that will go with it. And so this weekend, what we are doing is, if we come to the forecourt of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, that we are attending the Back to Your Village Food Festival. If you visit the northern village, you should be able to see how a typical northern kitchen will look like. It should come with northern music. It should come with northern dances. It should come with northern fashion. And this is how we are celebrating the food festival this weekend. So we have 3 different villages, for meals. And that will be the southern village, which will cater for the Greater Accra and the Volta areas, all the meals coming from there. You remember, Sandra, that when we visited Agotine Fetoy during the Heritage Caravan, we were honored with a famous Soto Papa, and and you saw the excitement that we enjoy these meals with. Now, we also have the Akan village. Don't forget that we were also honorably hosted by the Eastern Regional Minister, the Honorable Sesame Champon. During the Heritage Caravan, you saw the variety of meals from Akan areas that we enjoyed, the Afransa, the Fufu, the Bunabunu, and the Ampisi. I mean, name them. The Awamo, Awamo is in its own kingdom. I mean, it comes with all the accessories. All these will be ably represented at the Back to Your Village Food Festival. We can't talk of the Fufu without enjoying the palm wine that comes with it, to open the way for the abenquine and the cracker, their punching cracker.
It's looking like an expert on Sunday afternoons, huh?
Well, Sandra, you know how it is done. When it comes to food, I just light up because this is one way of identifying as a true Ghanaian. We love our food because our food is very good. Other people come in and enjoy our meal. So why don't we talk about it and enjoy it? Now, when we went to Bolgatanga and Tamale, you remember the Tiozafi that Eliasu brought to us, Tiozafi and a confirmed. So the ayoyo, the green that comes.
Which we ate around 5:30 a.m. Just for the records, it was a dawn TZ. Yes.
It hits differently when you enjoy TZ and watch it at dawn. And so that is what will be happening at the northern village. So we have the Tubani, we have the Tiozafi, and the Tiozafi. I only learned last year at the Back to Your Village Food Bazaar that Tiozafi, there's millet Tiozafi, and there's the corn one. So these are some of the things.
So in fact, Tiozafi, Frema, is a Hausa coinage. So Tuo is the food itself. Zafi means hot. So Tiozafi actually, and then they shorten it to TZ. And so we have the millet one, we have the corn one. Even the millet one, if you go to Apa, there are different varieties of millet or other cereals that they use to do the TZ. So it varies from area to area. In fact, even Akple can qualify as Tiozafi to an extent, except that it is hard. So if I grew up eating Akple, even though it's not Akple in the sense that it's for the Ewe people, it's just corn flour that you cook it like Ubekabanku, the way they do it. So that kind of tuo. So we call that one tuo. That one is usually hard. And then you have the soft, slimy one that they serve you in a small calabash and you eat. So please continue. I've broken my fast. That's why I'm giving you more expert advice.
It's allowed. It's allowed. It's allowed. No, with Tiozafi, I mean, in Kumasi growing up, I knew Diogo. How it got the name Diogo, I don't know if it was because of how the ayoyo balls on fire. I mean, I don't know, but we call it Diogo.
That's how you call tuo. TZ. That's how you call it in Kumasi.
Yeah, Diego.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah. And there's also the Queen Mo. I know it's a northern meal. I don't know if you know Queen Mo.
The one with the cereals, the very small cereals, or which one is that?
No, so the Queen, is prepared with shea butter with the brown rice and the small herrings. It's like jollof rice, okay? But this time it is being done with shea butter and herrings and the brown rice and dawa. So it comes with its own pomp and pageantry. Queen, I think in Kumasi, the name derives from how the sellers announce their presence. So, they carry the cauldron, the daduseng, and then they hit it with the
ladle.
The ladle, and so it makes that queen sound. And that's the name of the food.
Interesting.
Yeah, so queen is coming, Tubani is coming, and Sandra, you made me taste wagashi first. When you came on What's Cooking.
Yeah.
I think a couple of years ago. Yeah, that was my first time tasting wagashi. But the beautiful thing is we have all these meals coming together at one spot. So with everything I've mentioned and more, we are having it. The kinky, the fish, the aklo, the everything that comes with it, the nani flour, they're going to eat it with hot.
Do you know what's nani? Do you know what's nani? You don't speak Ghana. You don't know nani. Nani means leg. So leg flour. So
that's the pork leg.
Flour is froye. So
yeah,
a 9 froye. Or how do you say it in Chi? 9 froye.
No, that's a prekunche. In tea prekunche the 9.
Okay. I don't chew that for religious reasons, but yeah, I think I have an idea what you're talking about. Okay, to us.
Pardon me, but for us, we believe in pork.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, the chop is there. I mean, every aspect of it, it's there. We'd also have the pork chops and fried yam. We have the kelewulis coming. We have kosiane meko.
Okay, that thing, Frema, kosiane meko. No, I think.
Yeah.
There should be a law that bans the sale of that thing by the window of moving cars. Because you see, when you eat one, you would end up eating like 20. And
but it doesn't blur your vision.
But your money will finish. You see, when they cut the egg, they cut the egg into two and put the fresh hot pepper. And I can actually throw a full egg in my mouth. I mean, so first one, they say, so you're going to collect change. Then you say, the Fabaku can why? And then it keeps going like that. Before you realize your money finished, frames.
But what you have not even paid attention to is how you celebrate when they are trying to take the shelf of the egg.
Yeah.
And they are not hurrying up and you are waiting. That timing is everything. The expectation, okay? And when the egg is done, when they peel it and they are now using the spoon to break the egg to put the pepper inside. And look, this is a whole experience, a whole therapy. Kosiane Meko is gone international. And this is a competitive advantage that Ghana has over other countries. You get it?
That is very true, very true. So we have Kosiane Meko. What else should I expect when I come there?
Also expect all the indigenous snacks that we have. The Adone and Katie, the Kulikuli, the Adule, I mean, all these are small.
Do you know Agbeli Kaklo?
Agbeli Kaklo Sanda.
Agbeli Kaklo, I think I used to know how to do Agbeli Kaklo. You see, it's the same cassava dough that we use for banku in the village that we also use for Agbeli Kaklo. There's a way we treat it, and then you turn it into small boils and drop it in oil and fry it. And it feels like heaven when you add coconut to it. Agbeli kaklo is something else. But you see, we have also various versions of kaklo. There's maize kaklo. That one is usually just the outside that is brown and hard, but the inside is soft. And I think they put sugar inside.
Okay.
Frema, there's something called sabo. Sabo is boiled maize and boiled groundnuts or peanuts, depends on when you started learning English. They put it together and tie it in a corn husk and use a rope to tie it. That thing. When I was in primary school and GSS, I think it took half of my chop money.
No, it's okay. That's why you are so intelligent, No, we have listen. listen, what we sometimes underestimate is the food we have. And we grow our food, it's organic, okay? And then how we prepare our meals and all. Look, there's so much to the food we eat and what it contributes to our life. Look, it's not by mistake that you come from where you come from in this part of the world. And so we need to celebrate our food. We also have our drinks village as well. So the palm wine, the pito, the otinshu, the sobolo, the lamujin, all this. You know the Burkina. Burkina has a special place in our hearts because they sell Burkina in the same box as the ballot boxes we use during elections.
Hold on. Frima, hold on. So you're saying that Burkina is as important as your votes?
I'm trying to say that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Actually,
if you are a Burkina seller, you need to be extremely careful on election day.
So, Frima, let me tell you, you become Burkina and people say, hey, or the about to, and they'll go after you like some former MP, some MPs, okay, is body. Frame, the thing as a cowboy, I think Burkina there is I'm an expert in Burkina. So let me tell you what we used to produce Burkina. So you take the cows out in the morning, bring them back in the afternoon, and then you squat under and milk them by pulling their 4 breasts. So cows have 4 breasts under the udder. You pull the 4 breasts, 2 at a go until the milk finishes in there. Then you go and put the milk down in a room somewhere safe and cover it and leave it till the following morning. The following morning, it becomes hard. They call it the cud. And then that one, there's a special stick we put inside, and then we stir it until it becomes smooth. That is the milk. Then the brown thing you see inside is either millet or maize. The maize one, they have the corn flour, and then you put it in water, boiling water, and you fry it until it becomes the way it becomes. If it's the millet one to a similar preparation, then you put the two together. So the milk and then the millet or the maize on the one side, put it together, add sugar, stir, and then introduce ice cubes. Frima, if you get that thing, if they slap yourself, you know go here. So that's Burkina.
You see why Back to Village Food Festival is so important to everybody. So you see, just a bottle of Burkina I want to drink. I now have to go and find a cow, go and milk it. No,
you have to pull the breast of the cow, yes, to milk it, all the 4 breasts, just for the records.
We don't have this time. That is why some people have decided to make it their business. Who will just come and enjoy at Back to Village Food Festival.
Frima, question though, for people who want to come and sell food there, are they allowed?
No, sell food as in vendors?
Yeah, so you want to come and sell. What's the procedure? Or that train has long moved?
Oh, Sandra, I'm surprised you're asking about people who come and sell. You see, I'm even confused because at this point, I don't know who you are talking about coming to sell.
I know. Someone who may have just tuned in, is wondering, so I want you to speak to those people.
Oh, they should have tuned in last month. It's late.
Not just come and eat.
Come and enjoy.
So the cooks are ready.
They are more than ready. Look, we've had meetings with them. They are on standby. They are just waiting for Saturday morning as early as 7 a.m. They are setting up. By 10 a.m., we are eating.
So those who are listening to us, all they need to do is show up, get your food, and eat.
Exactly. And get your extra bowls that you can pack food away. Because you see, you just took us through the preparation of Burkina. If you don't buy Burkina and take away, you'll have to wait another time because we don't have the time to go through this whole process just because we want to enjoy a bottle of Burkina. And sometimes let's not forget that some of the meals that we even prepare at home, they taste differently when they are prepared the right way.
That's true.
The way a bell pine tastes on charcoal is different from how it will taste when you do it on
a stove.
A stove.
That's true.
No,
Dandy, right? I can testify to that. Yes.
How a bomb is done and enjoyed in an asanka is different from blending it.
So, Frima, vendors ready, event organizers being Citi FM and Citi TV, we are ready. There will be local music. The venue is Accra Metropolitan Assembly, the forecourt, correct?
Absolutely.
So we
That
come,
is the venue.
you eat small, go and dance more, come back, eat small, go and dance more. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have beautiful cultural performances coming through. Kwampa is coming. Bromona is coming. Edijonam Fafali is coming. We have Unity Dance Ensemble coming. Look, we have our DJs, Mengel and Abeku on standby. And don't forget that on Sunday mornings, this time it is Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. We have rivers of worship happening there. So yes, if you can't go, you are timing the food, and you are timing when you want to have your breakfast, but you're also thinking of what happens to church. We have church service going on at the AMA, that is with rivers of worship. So we are coming to you live from the AMA. The City Choir will be there as well.
Awesome.
So it's a whole festival, and we'll also be having some cooking competition. We have fried soul coming in to give us oil. We have fortune rice coming. We have Miss Cookie Spices coming. They are going to be giving you some of their ingredients and tell you that if you say you can cook, come and show.
Come and show.
So
I hear there's a competition between the 3 buses that went on the caravan, correct? Because
that will be the cooking competition.
I'm representing my bus, or you are worried for the bus?
If it was pure, I would have been okay. But now that we are doing
or Friday,
or it would have been okay. But now that we are doing rice this Nadia, I'm not too sure.
Okay.
And so we also say a special thank you to DB Foods as well, and to Everpass. We say a very, very big thank you to them. To Pan African Savings and Loan, thank you. Miss Cookie Spice, we say thank you to Fortune Rice and to Strike as well. They have been our support system. We are very grateful to them as our sponsors for bringing us this.
Thank you so much, Frima Edunyami. I will see you on Saturday.
See you, Sandra.
That's Frima Edunyami. She's head of events and partnerships here at Citi FM, and Citi TV is talking to us about the our food festival, the food festival, the Back to Your Village Food Festival coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. 2 days of continuous cooking and eating of Ghanaian foods, indigenous Ghanaian foods, with music and a lot of entertainment. Carry the family and bring them there for them to have fun. That would be it for Eyewitness News tonight. My name is Umaru Sandamado. I did this with Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Production by Kobna Wilson, Beverly London, and Sami Uyafi. Daniel Squashi assisted us with the technical side of things, and Edwin Kwakofi was on the new media side of things for us. When we come back on 97.3 Citi FM. Stay with us. Have a